Hey guys, welcome to another video. So in this video, I just wanted to really quickly show you some of my new additions. So I ordered a couple iPhone 5s, well, an iPhone 5S and a couple of iPhone 5s, and the owner of them was really nice and was able to reset a couple of them. So basically, just want to show you these real quick. So this one is a black 16 gig. It does have a crack at the top here, but I should be able to replace just that top panel right there. And what I wanted to do with this one, because this one's in really good shape, is I wanted to transfer. I have an iOS 6 iPhone 5 that's in kind of worse condition, and I want to just change. I wanted it to be a slate iPhone 5. So the only thing about this one is, unfortunately, the screen is kind of yellowing. You can't really see that. Probably can't see it on camera either, but it's kind of yellowing around it. But I do have a working iPhone 5 running 10.3.3, and it is a 16 gig model, so that's pretty awesome. Do have a working one right there. Then next I have another iPhone 5 here. This one is also in really good condition, so if I can't do anything about this one, if I can't do anything about the slate one, I may just use the housing and screen for this one, because it appears this one is in really good shape. No cracks, no nothing. Looks really good. So this one is also running iOS 10.3.3, and it has a really good screen, and it doesn't have the yellowing like the other one does. So this one is also a 16 gig model. Let me just show you that. Well, yeah, so that's also a 16 gig model there. So that's pretty cool. Before I go to the iPhone 5S, I'll go to this one here. So this is another iPhone 5. This one is in decent condition other than the sides. And now when I got this one, the screen was bulging out. And I was thinking, okay, maybe this is just not gonna work. So I went ahead and opened it up. I did plug it in for a minute, but it didn't do anything. I went ahead and took the battery out of it. So it was a little bit bloated. And on the underside of the screen, you could see where it was bloated up there. So basically, it was just separating a little bit from the frame. I went ahead and put it back in there and charged it for a second, and it did show an Apple logo, so it looked like it wanted to boot, but then it would just boot loop. So I'm thinking that it's okay. I did check the IMEI on online, and it says it's Find My iPhone Off. So I'm hoping that means that I have 3 good phones, and I would have gotten a pretty good deal for it. So I'm pretty pleased with that. I did order a new battery for $4. I did order another battery for the 4S that I have, but that battery is basically depleted. I don't know if it's even any good. I have it down here, but as you can see, it says 100%. But whenever I unplug it, it dies. So I'm just gonna leave it on here for a little while and see if it decides it wants to work. So I don't know. Anyway, okay, and then the last one here is this iPhone 5S. And this one is a 16 gig iPhone 5S. It's in pretty good condition. You can definitely tell it was in a case because it has the weird goop around it there, but it has a glass screen protector, and I hope that that's what's cracked on there. But when you turn this one on, and unfortunately it has a picture of a family, but it does have a passcode. But one thing that really sucks, see the dots? Yeah, that means that it's an earlier version, and it's slide to unlock, so I'm thinking it's iOS 9. Which sucks, because I would like to keep it on iOS 9, but I don't think I will be able to. But one cool thing is I'll be able to do the check rating on there and do the iCloud bypass. So we can see how good this is on that. And yeah, so that was pretty cool. I did ask him for the passcode, but he doesn't know it. And yeah, so, oh well. My next project is going to be these two. And I'm sure you're so excited and wondering, what are you going to do with an iPhone 4, Ian? What are you going to do with these? Why do I care about an iPhone 4? I know, nobody cares about the iPhone 4 anymore, but this one is special, and this one is not. So this one here, it is a Verizon iPhone 4, and it is running iOS 5. So I am very, very pleased with this. It's in terrible condition, but it is running iOS 5.0.1. And I was just like blown away when I saw this on eBay, so I had to have it. So I am going to take the logic board out of this one and put it in this. So this is a donor phone here. So this donor phone here is an iPhone 4 in pretty good shape. I paid $9 for this. And this one is, it is iCloud locked, so not really missing much here. It is unfortunately tied to someone's account, but it does still boot and all that good stuff, so that's cool. Yeah. Anyway, so this is running iOS 7.1.2, as most iPhone 4s are, so there's nothing really special about it, but this one is special. So once I do that, once I switch these out, I will then have a fully restored iOS 5 iPhone 4. I also have an iOS 6 iPhone 4, and then I have an iOS 7 iPhone 4. So now I will be on the hunt for an iOS 4 iPhone 4. I just thought that was super cool, and I had to do it, and anyway, yeah, I'm too excited about that. Another thing I'll be doing, I have a battery here for a special device. And I'm sure you're wondering, what little battery would go in there? And I just showed you what I was gonna do with it. Oh well. Anyway, it is for an iPod. So this is an iPod 4th generation, and I'm gonna replace the battery on it. And I really wish I had known before that these were so much easier to replace, but I think I associated with this iPod with an iPod Touch, because the iPod Touches are so hard to repair because everything's soldered on or glued, and it's just a pain in the butt to do. So I'm going to replace the battery in this. It does have music on it. Hopefully that doesn't change. Hopefully that doesn't get rid of the music by replacing the battery. I don't even think this still, let me see, does it have any battery in it? Probably not. No, it has no battery, but it has a bunch of music on it, so I kind of want to keep it that way. What I may do is also polish this thing up and get the back a little bit polished. It does have someone's name on it, unfortunately, but it is 20 gigs, and I know the battery does work because it does. When you plug it in, it'll work for, a good 5 minutes and turn off. But I didn't realize they were so easy to replace, so thank you, Hugh Jeffries, for your video on replacing a battery in one of these things. Well, he replaced on one of a newer one, but I had no clue. And after I watched his video, I was just completely shocked that it was just something so simple. Just a little battery with a little connection, and you just pop it in and you're good to go. So I was very excited. So these are some of my upcoming projects. An iPod 4th generation, we're gonna replace the battery on that. An iPhone 4 on iOS 5, and the motherboard will be swapped to a donor phone. And then my iOS 6 iPhone 5 may become slate, or it may stay white. So we're gonna find out. But either way, I wanted it to be restored in like new or almost perfect condition. That was the reason I bought this lot. And then another thing, I ordered a battery for this one, so we'll see if that actually works. And maybe I have a third iPhone 5 that is perfectly fine. And then I also have this iPhone 5S, and what I may do is see if Checkra1n will work on that, and I can bypass the iCloud on that. That would be super cool. Anyway, so quick update on those. I know I buy too much stuff, and I know my desk is a mess, but anyway, I appreciate you guys watching, and hopefully you'll stay tuned, and I'll show you some more in the future. Thanks for watching.